Our story today is called Bobby Lee and the Dancing Shadow. In a cheerful little town lived a comedian named Bobby Lee. Bobby was a clever human, but sometimes he followed an idea so strictly that he forgot to use his common sense. One summer morning, the sun was shining brightly. Bobby decided to set up his cozy little chair in the backyard to relax. He noticed that a tall, lonely tree in the middle of the yard cast a nice, cool shadow. Aha, thought Bobby. This is the perfect spot to stay cool all day. So, he placed his chair right under the tree and lay down. It was wonderfully comfortable. But as the sun slowly moved across the sky, the shadow of the tree began to move too. Bobby soon found himself lying in the hot sun. "Oops, the shadow is running away," he said. But Bobby had a plan. He decided to simply follow the shadow. Every time the shadow moved a little, Bobby picked up his chair and moved it right back into the cool shade. It was like a slow, lazy dance with the shadow. All day long he did this. When the shadow moved east, Bobby moved east. When it slid west, he followed. His family watched from the window and giggled. "Look at Bobby dancing with the shadow," said Andrew Santino. Bobby felt very smart. "I am beating the heat," he said proudly. But then, evening came. The sun went down and the moon rose. Big, bright, and beautiful. The tree now cast a pale, silvery shadow in the moonlight. Bobby wasn't tired yet. He wanted to stay outside a little longer. "The sun is gone, but the moon is here," he thought. "The shadow is still there. I can keep following it and stay cool all night too." So, he continued his game. As the moon moved slowly in the sky, the shadow of the tree moved too. Bobby kept picking up his chair and moving it into the moon's shadow. But after a while, he noticed something strange. The grass was getting wet with dew. His pajamas were getting damp. The longer he stayed outside, the wetter he became. "The shadow is moving farther and farther," he muttered, "and I'm getting colder and wetter." He shivered and sneezed, but he didn't want to give up. It worked during the day, he thought. It should work at night too. So, he kept moving his chair, chasing the moon's shadow across the yard. By now, he was completely wet. His hair was dripping and his teeth were chattering. Finally, Rudy Jules came out and yelled, "Tito Bobby, what are you doing? You're all wet. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I'm following the shadow, Rudy," he said. "It kept me cool during the day, but now it's making me wet." Rudy couldn't help but laugh. "Oh, Tito Bobby. The sun gives heat, so shade gives coolness. But the moon doesn't give heat. At night, the air gets cool and dew forms everywhere. Staying under the tree won't help. It just makes you wet." Bobby thought for a moment. Then he grinned. "So my trick was perfect for the day, but silly at night." "Yes," said Rudy, wrapping him in a warm towel. "You used a good idea at the wrong time." Bobby laughed at himself. I guess even good ideas need to change with the time. And from that day on, Bobby always knew that what works perfectly in one situation might not work in another. He still loved following the shadow, but only when the sun was out. So our wisdom today is, sometimes people try to solve a problem in a way that is silly, complicated, or even harmful, instead of using simple and natural solutions. In short, don't overcomplicate simple problems. The easiest solution is often the best one. Quick question before the end of our video today. Does the moon actually generate heat? Not really. The moon does not give off significant heat as it generates very little of its own heat and only reflects sunlight. The light we see from the moon is reflected sunlight, which also carries a minuscule amount of heat. But it is far too weak to be physically noticeable or to cause any measurable warming on Earth. Hope you liked our video today and learned something new. Share it with your friends, will you? See you tomorrow. Have a good night, kids.